how do you and your partner do money? Everything together, a joint and a separate account? Everything separate? Well, according to my Twitter poll, as I'm looking at it here, the majority of people are joint plus separate accounts. Then comes the everything all in one account, and last is everything separate. I'm sure it all depends what stage of life you are in. All right, friends, so what do you do, or what do you think about the poll results?
Well, I'm the single one in the group, so I just have a separate personal account.
Are you surprised by the results?
Not too much. I feel like my parents, I know that they both have separate accounts, and I think they have a joint one as well.
Okay.
I'm surprised because I didn't think I'd be in the minority. My wife and I keep everything separate. She has her accounts, I have mine. But what we do is, you know, regarding what we take in, what we make, we split bills up according to that. So if one person makes 60% of the income, they get 60% of the bills.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Really? Okay. So we have a joint account that we basically do everything with, but I did keep my account that I had as a single individual, and that's really just my play money.
But also, like Christmas, I don't want her to see what I'm buying.
Oh,
right.
Yeah,
And
I use that other account for
That's
that.
my biggest thing.
That is key. That is key. Okay, so money can be tricky, right? One study shows that nearly 1 in 5 couples feel money is their greatest relationship challenge because maybe they don't see eye to eye on things. And get this, about 1/3 say they're keeping some sort of financial secret from their significant other. Now, a financial secret could be, hey, I'm stashing money underneath the mattress, like this guy right here, right? Okay. Or it could be, I have a Starbucks slush fund account and that you don't know about it. So what do we think about this?
I think that it's good to have like a rainy day fund, like say if you do have a joint account, or you're in a situation where one spouse controls all the money. Say if you were to split or you were in some type of an emergency, it's good to have a couple dollars stashed away.
So I think a big financial secret is a giant mistake, right? Because that's a trust violation.
Oh, yeah,
but
absolutely.
a little but you need to disclose it still. Like, hey, I got a little Christmas fund going on. You don't need to know about that.
Right.
Okay, I have to tell y'all what my mom used to do. I'm sure my dad
I can't
knows
wait. What
now.
is it?
I know.
Okay, so my dad would obviously get a little upset when he saw how much money my mom would spend on my designer jeans when I was in 7th grade. So what she would do was take out cash so he would never know how much they actually cost.
So she's putting it back and building up a little slush fund.
So it's a little bit of a secret, but not a secret. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to rat anyone out. But what I am going to do is remind folks that whatever bills you're responsible for as a couple, it needs to be talked about with both of you.
I'm going to meet with you quarterly to go through what we're doing. Here's what our investments are doing. Here's how I pay the bills. You cannot be an uninvolved partner to the point where you don't understand the information.
All right, so I want you to be like this couple right here because they look like they're having a good time talking about finances. Back in the day, it was very common for just one spouse to handle all the bills, and then if something went wrong, the other person didn't know how anything worked.
That's right, and you can't do that.
You can't do that. You got to know what's going on. All right, before we go, this isn't all for couples, so if you're dating, you should be asking your love interest about their finances.
What you try to uncover as you get a little bit more serious with somebody is you want to know what are your financial values, right? And what's important to you? And how much do you feel confident about your own financial acumen? And what are some of the money habits you have?
All right, so dating and money questions. Do you ask them, and when and what?
I think it's important, especially if you have thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in student loans. We need you to take care of that first so then we can start our own foundation together, because you don't want to go into a situation you're like, what, I thought that you made XYZ amount of dollars. I didn't know you had millions of dollars in debt. So I think that that's important to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, goodness, I love my husband so much, but he does have a lot of student loan debt. I don't have any, so that's good that we're only paying on one, but that's definitely something you need to ask about and that you need to know about before getting into a serious relationship.
It's very important. Your methodology when it comes to money is very important.
Talk about it, people.